Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to tonight's stream. I'm tired. Honestly, I should be asleep. But now let's go ahead. Let the world know I'm live. Hopefully playing video games wake me up. I'm trying to post that I'm live everywhere, so I'm like, at least having an active stream can wake me up, do something. Hey, what's up, Shadow? Appreciate the bits. It's like I just see. Oh, here we go. No, I didn't want to do that. Dang. Well, yeah, people could just find it. Let me turn down. Open up TikTok. Next thing you know, I got copyright claim. It's going with the easy situation, man. Hold on. Let me post down live real quick, so I can tell you all the stuff that's going down with that. Oh my god, man. Keep you tab, have volume. Appreciate the tab leans. Shout out to Leans, guys. Make sure if anybody's watching this at a later time or here now, make sure y'all go follow her. Alright, everything's been posted. Alright, so earlier this month, I had ordered a couple of pairs of shoes, a pair of Jordans, and a pair of Yeezys. So I ordered them. I was thinking they were going to come in like last week. Here it is. It's been, obviously like 2 weeks now. Nothing hasn't showed up. So the Jordans were going to show up last week, but they didn't. And then I ended up getting an email from both Nike and FedEx saying that the shoes were damaged at some point in time. And I'm like, I don't even know how something like that happens, but it got me so stressed out. It got me so stressed out because I don't know what's going to happen. Scrimming right now. Scrimming? I don't know what scrimming means, but I'm so stressed out because I don't know what's going to happen with my Yeezys, but I just know when FedEx get my shoes, I'm like, don't even deliver them. Whoever you had deliver my Jordans, no. I'll go up there and pick the shoes up myself, like, because if the Yeezys, the Jordans I don't really care about because I only had to spend like $90 on them, but the Yeezys, I spent $230 on those shoes. Like, I am getting a refund for the Jordans, but the Yeezys, I'm like, bro, I really want those Yeezys. I'm like, if they damage them Yeezys, I'm like, I'm telling you, like, FedEx, I'm like, just don't even touch the shoes. Just have the shoes in an area where I can pick them up, and I will, you know, I'll pick them up. Because I'm like, you guys, man, that don't even make no sense. But yeah, I was so mad that day, and I was just like, it was just too much stress in my head. And the crazy thing about it, it's like they've never done that before. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, why all of a sudden now you guys want to start damaging stuff? I'm saying, like, I don't get that. I'm like, you guys delivered a pair of Adidas pants to my house. Like, the past 2 years, they've delivered so many different things to my house. I'm like, I know I'm getting my money back, and I know I shouldn't be tripping, but I am, because I'm like, I really wanted those Jordans. There's these Zion 2s that I had posted. It was the other shoes that I posted, like, during the time I had COVID. I posted 2 pairs of shoes, and I don't know if you can, like, because they were both, like, brownish shoes and stuff, but it was, like, the more lighter brown ones. And I'm like, bro, I just, man, just wanted my shoes, bruh. It's like, July has not been a good month, man. It is not. Usually July is my month. Like, I like July because of the, you know, fireworks, 4th of July and all that stuff. It's like, I had COVID first half of the month, and now I'm over here dealing with FedEx the second half of the month. At least I'm killing it with this drip. But yeah, it's like, you asked me that question on Friday. I say I'm a little bit more calm about it now. I'm just still kind of, you know, scared for my Yeezys. But yeah, if you asked me that on Friday, it's like, I probably have been yelling. I kind of still want to yell, but like not as much. Like, I just want to, I guess, like now just talk at like a high volume, but oh my god, man. And then they were supposed to send me a picture of what the damage they look like, and they still haven't sent me no pictures. So I'm like, I'm kind of just, you know, like, hey, just, you know, I want my Yeezys. I want them to be damaged. I just want to get my Yeezys. And yeah, that's about it. But if they damage the Yeezys, then I'm like, no, I'm going up to FedEx and I'm like, hey, I don't know what you guys got going on here, but it needs to be fixed. Like, I don't like being that person. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person when it's like I gotta travel up somewhere just to like give them a piece of my mind. Like, I want to avoid that, but I swear if they damage my shoes, I'm like, I'm gonna be like highly upset. And I hate being angry. Like, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be that angry black man that everybody fears walking into their store. So I'm supposed to be hearing from Adidas sometime this week because they haven't shipped out the shoes. And so I'm like, I'm waiting. What's up, Illy? Made a TikTok earlier today. Follow both accounts. Support my favorite streamers. Oh, chill. Yeah, I'm like, I was posted on TikTok a little bit. I was like, I feel like I had like a lot of stuff, ideas that I saved throughout the time when I had COVID. It was just like, you know what, nah, let me get back in the swing of things of TikToks. Making TikToks is honestly so easy. I mean, if you overall know what you're doing, then yeah, but I may have an answer. It's like a science question. I'm like, nah, bro, wrong person. History, any of that stuff. It's hilarious. I try to like make it where they're like good, but then also at the same time like something that meets TikTok's guidelines, to where they're not taking my stuff down. They took down like 2-3 videos of mine, like, so they didn't like give me a TikTok's version of a guideline strike, but they did like take the videos down, and I'm like, it's weird, but know any good shoes to play basketball in? I have to say anything of this like day and age. If you try playing in some Jordans, they might hurt your feet. Like, so if you think in Jordan 1s, maybe like quick games where they ain't gonna be lasting for a long period of time. But yeah, like anything that's like of a modern basketball shoe. Air Jordan 11s would probably be good shoes. What are some other Jordans? That's probably about it. Air Jordan 11s. If you think it's something retro, then go with some 11s. But anything like LeBron's, Westbrook, his shoes are kind of like, his is just nothing but like a hard, like, cushioning, like borderline plastic. Probably LeBron's. LeBron seemed like his shoes are like top tier shoes. People say LeBron's too heavy to play in. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't. When I think of a heavy shoe, I think of Tim's. LeBron's aren't like Tim's. If you think it's something along those lines, like, if you, I guess, like, get the size that you're supposed to get, and then, you know, they're not like a loose. I feel like if they're loose, then I feel like it can be, you know, a little bit of a distraction, but LeBron's, in my opinion, will probably be the best shoes to play in. Because they're like, if you're looking for something with like comfort, LeBron's. But if you ain't really caring about comfort and you just want like some good, like, because I feel like with his shoes, like, they got good traction, they got good comfort. I'm trying to think. Like, Westbrook, his shoes are nice, but they're just, in my opinion, they're just too hard. Like, those would be more of like of a casual shoe than, and also it like just, you know, they come from like the Jordan line of shoes, so maybe there are some other Jordans out there that you can play in, but like of a modern like day. What are some other shoes? Paul George, his shoes are comfortable. He came out with the PG5s. Those are actually pretty comfortable. Kyrie, his shoes they're alright. They just feel like a tighter version of Westbrook shoes. I think like most of like the point guard shoes, like they all kind of have like a similar feel. I never tried Curry shoes. I'm curious. I wanted to get one pair of Curry shoes because they had like this snakeskin design on it. I wanted to get them, but it was like, I think the only place that has them is GOAT. I might have to go on there and get them. It's like, I would recommend the Zion 2s, but FedEx wanted damaged shoes and stuff, so can't recommend those. I managed to get me a pair. Well, I got past gold, so I don't care. Yeah, and people say like shoes be too heavy. I'm like, bruh, I had helped my dad move out his apartment to one apartment in the pair of LeBrons. I'm like, LeBrons are not. I don't get why people always like make it seem like, oh, I'm like gonna be all slow and sluggish on the court wearing a pair of heavy shoes. I'm like, the shoes are only gonna be heavy when you don't get your size. If you out there and you're a size like 8.5 and trying to play in the size 14s, like, yeah, them shoes is gonna be heavy. But if you get your size and then you know how to maneuver in shoes, I don't think they're gonna be heavy. in mind you have a test to your list of basketball shoes. I would like to do that, but that's the thing, like, I don't know any basketball courts in the area where, like, a good, legitimate basketball court, and then also, like, you know, because the one that's, like, near my house, it's not, I wouldn't really consider it a basketball court. It's, like, that area is, they has, like, this, like, tile, like, you know, ground. It's too like slippery. I remember playing basketball in that area when I was a kid, and it was like it just wasn't a good area to play in. So I'm like, maybe if I find like a basketball area nearby, then I'm like, all right, cool. Actually, you know what? But I just find that kind of weird. I don't. There is a basketball area, but it's a high school, and I see like I think it is supposed to be like a community area, but I'm like I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like the fact I gotta go to a high school to play basketball. I'm like, nah, I'm not with that. My church generally. I forget about churches. Churches, they got like or like workout areas and stuff. But yeah, if you're like playing outside, get something with comfort. And if you're playing inside, I forgot to mention that. So like if you're playing outside, I feel like LeBron's would be good shoes. And if you're playing inside, like if you got like that wooden floor, like how like actual legitimate basketball courts, and then yeah, you could get like some like point guard type shoes, like Curry's or Westbrook's, Paul George. Still have to be hooping outside. Oh, well then, yeah, go ahead, get you some, I mean, if you want to get LeBron's, and that's the thing, people forget, like, LeBron also has, like, some, like, low-top versions of his shoes. So if you don't want to get, like, the high-top versions, then, yeah, the low-top versions, they work fine, too. Because I wish ones were, I think it was, yeah, the 18s. The 18s is, they're actually pretty nice. 16s, I had to say, probably the most comfortable LeBron shoes of all time. Like, the 19s are nice, but the 16s were honestly my favorite. I wouldn't even know if those would be considered basketball shoes, but they came out with these like whatchamacallit, Air Jordan 11s, Comfort, and it's like these low top, like you'll have to like see a picture of them. I posted a picture of them, but it was like months and months and months ago. But those shoes are actually pretty comfortable. I don't know if they would be considered basketball shoes, but I mean, I guess it's like a replicated version of a basketball shoe. It's like, not replicated, but like a remixed version of a basketball shoe. My restaurant have a heat stroke playing ball outside. Yeah, especially, yeah, no, down south. I forgot down south. It's been pretty warm out there. What are your favorite Nike shoes? Nike shoes, probably, cause like there's a lot out there. I can't have like an exact favorite. Like I know I like Air Forces, cause Air Forces, I grew up wearing Air Forces. LeBron shoes are nice. What are some other shoes? The React. Oh no, they came out with these shoes a while ago where the mid, like not the midsole, but not the inside, but well, yeah, the midsole of the shoe, where it was these like cushioning beads. Oh my god, those shoes are so comfortable, man. Those shoes are pretty comfortable. There's these so like I don't know if I'm allowed to talk on them. I know I can't post like pictures of them. But there's these Nike shoes that they got me testing out right now, and I'm like, those shoes are pretty nice too. It's way more humid here, so 90 degrees does feel different from 90. Yeah, because it'd be kind of like, you know, it'd be windy out here. do like Air Forces and SB. Yeah, like the SBs are nice. Well, the like Dunks. I got like only one pair of Dunks. I didn't realize Dunks are gonna like go out one day and then just come back, and then all of a sudden you got Dunks that's costing like $1,000 and stuff. I just think that's so stupid. I'm like, bro, they're Dunks. They're literally $100 shoes. Like, them shoes are not worth no $1,000. Like, there's these one pair of Dunks that I would sell like half my shoes trying to get those shoes, but they change colors when you add heat to them. So like you can put them in the microwave and it has like, you know how like on like weather channels when they kind of have like that greenish and red, like when they're all like, oh, like this is where the storm's gonna be happening, they kind of have like that greenish red. Like, I can't really describe it, but like if you look up like Dunks that change colors, it's these black Dunks, and if you add heat to them it changes to a different color, and then it goes back to being black. And I'm like, fam, I honestly, like, there's like my favorite shoes that I wouldn't sell, like my Bred 11s. I would never sell my Bred 11s. But like any other pair of shoes, like I probably would sell them. Cause I'm like, them Dunks, man, those are unique. Yeah, I'm saying like I've never seen a pair of shoes. That brings me back to like when I was a kid and I seen like the light up Skechers come out in the shoes, then the Heelys. That, it brings me back to like that time when I see those shoes. I remember like freaking every kid besides me had like the fancy shoes. All I had was Converse and Air Forces. Skechers, FAs didn't last long. It honestly didn't. It was like what, elementary, and that was it. I don't even see like kids nowadays be having light up shoes. I see kids with like small versions of like Bred 11s, like they parents. I just don't get why like parents do that to their kids. Like, you get them a pair of like expensive Dunks or a pair of expensive Jordans, like some cool gray 11s or whatever. And I'm like, I get like you want your kid to look good, but I'm like, fam, he gonna grow out them shoes. Like, unless you plan on like passing them shoes and like let him keep them, and then he passes them down to his kids if they decide to have kids. Like, I don't get that. For like 2 years for having them. I never seen no kids get picked at for having it. I guess at my school it was different. You had a pair of light up Skechers, it was like you were pretty much like Bill Gates at the school. Remember Shaq's? I'm trying to think. I don't know if anybody had a pair of Shaq's. Cause the thing is like if you hear it, so Shaq was on that sneaker shopping show, and I kind of have like a respect for his shoes. His shoes, it's like it's somewhere I can't pass like no disrespect on, because there's like a backstory on his shoes, and I'm like, okay, it makes sense like why he did what he did with his shoes. So like I think if there is ever a day where I do see a pair of Shaq's, I may just like buy them just to test them out and see. And kind of like, you know, just bring some awareness to his shoes. Because the backstory behind them, I do like it. Man, it was way too many fits you get picked at for having here. Wasn't really clowning nobody. That's not my thing. Yeah, it was just like with the light up Skechers, I never seen nobody get clowned on at my school for wearing them. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. Like, no, there wasn't a whole lot of things. You get, I think if anything, you get clowned on for wearing some like clothes that just didn't fit you. Like if you get caught wearing some high waters or some shirt that went like past your stomach, and like you looked like you was like you were getting ready to turn into the Incredible Hulk, but you ran out of juice and so you couldn't fully turn. You just only made the clothes get smaller and stuff like that, then yeah, but not like no light up or Heelys or anything. All kids had Heelys, light up Skechers all throughout elementary. It was like middle school. I think that's when everybody started focusing on basketball shoes and stuff. Because I remember it was like the hype when I came through. It was the Kobe 5s. It was the Kobe 5s Laker like colorway. Man, I remember I wore those shoes to school. Messed them up one day, and then didn't wear them anymore, but I just remember my friends were so hyped up over me wearing those shoes. I'm like, dang, alright, so I guess basketball shoes is the wave now. So you got on Polo, but it's not Ralph Lauren. He was getting laughed at out the class. That's crazy. I don't think we never really paid attention to like what clothes we wore. If this was like, if you talking elementary, I'm like, fam, how do these kids even know what Ralph Lauren is? Like, high school, I can understand. Middle school, I don't know. But, like, elementary? Nah. Kids don't even know what Ralph Lauren is. If a 5-year-old had, like, if I was 5 and another 5-year-old approached me, talking about pointing in my face saying, you ain't wearing Ralph Lauren and laughing and stuff, I would have swung on that kid. I didn't care anybody was in high school. Okay, yeah, high school. I was more so talking elementary. High school, yeah, I feel like then, you know, kids was like talking on that stuff, but like elementary, nah. I'm trying to think. Even then, I was like, I remember I would wear like hoodies, shorts, and camo pants. That was my style when I was in high school. I wasn't really a fashionable kid in high school. I kind of had, like, I have to say, when I started working at my job in Seattle and was making a little bit of money, I started getting a little bit fashionable, but I was like, I'm gonna have to, you know, ain't nobody really paying attention. It's like, you know, people coming through here. I think once I started seeing people coming through with, like, Gucci, Balenciaga, and all that stuff, I'm coming through with a nice Nike shirt and some, like, you know, Jordans. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Nah. Let me just buy me some sweatpants, get me, and I just went right back to my old ways when I started working at my old job, wearing either a jacket or a hoodie, and, yeah, then just, you know, now, well, the shoes, I have to say, like, of course, like, you know, I still kept it going with the shoes, but the outfits, I was like, I didn't care. It was always Adidas sweatpants and black jackets or hoodies. Just wore jeans and sweatpants and dark colored shirts with Nikes, sometimes Vans. Yeah, like, I did wear jeans from time to time, but I stopped. I'm like, I now only have sweatpants. Like, it's like, I have to say a good portion of the pants I have now that I wear are Adidas sweatpants. I like them because, like, they got zip-up pockets. You don't see too many pants out there with zip-up pockets. They're like, they may not go with Nikes and Jordans and all that, but I'm like, hey, at least my stuff is secured in my pocket, so that's all that matters. That's all I care about. Or jeans and button-up shirts, usually. I have to say, that was kind of my style when I was in, like, a little bit of elementary and middle school. I like button-up shirts. Jeans, and I was like, yeah, I was wearing jeans. Because I was like, back then, you know, I didn't have, like, no cell phone. But even then, I was like, I don't know. Well, yeah, I should have known I needed some Adidas pants when I was in, like, middle school and high school when I started having a phone. Nowadays, I still wear jeans, sweatpants, dark shirt, some bright, and Crocs. I need to get me a... I tried on a pair of Crocs one day, and I was like, I was not feeling those shoes. I don't know, it's not... I wasn't feeling them. I know that may be a shocker to some. I know it was one of my friends, she was trying to get me in Crocs. On 5 pair. I tried to get with it, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's because I've tried on so many different pairs of shoes. But it's like, I tried, and it felt like weird. Maybe the shoes I have aren't really comfortable, and then Crocs are actually comfortable, and I just can't recognize that, but... I'm trying to think, like, most comfortable shoes I have currently are these, those, Comfort, them Air Jordan 11 Comforts I was talking about. I wear those shoes just about anywhere. Let's plug up my... Got to plug up my phone charger. All right. I'm trying to think, like, what are some other comfortable Nike shoes? Or, like, at least, like, non-Nikes. I can't really think of, like, no other shoes I have that are, like, not Nikes and they're comfortable. Like, if anything, though, I might end up doing that. Probably, like, a pair of Crocs to wear around the house. Because I'm, like, at times, I'll be, like, hitting corners too hard, then stump my toe, or, you know, been walking. I'm like, dang, man. I'm like, alright, so I might buy like a pair of Crocs just to wear around the house and stuff. It's crazy how like you gotta like wear like protective gear like just going in your house. Like I need some shin guards for when I'm like walking past my bed and you know not hit my leg on my bed frame. I was just thinking, I'm like, them shoes might, I don't know about those. It might be an idea, but I'm like, I think some creativity will have to go into that. But some high top Crocs, I wonder how would that look. Like, would they look like a boot? Like, would they look like a Tim or something? Or, this is definitely gonna look like weird. I wish they make a high top version of them Air Jordan 11 Comforts. I'm like, when they do that, then that's... Actually, they do have a pair of shoes that's coming out, and they kind of look like 11s. I can't even think of the name of those shoes, but I gotta look them up again. Come on. Dang. Oh, I still got it. I still got it. So I wish I was drifting like that when I very first started playing this game. Oh, I leveled up. They freaking unlocked that Red Wing track. This track is so stupid because like they don't give you enough time to like to drift, and they're expecting you to get gold. And I'm like, make the track longer. So like, I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't even gonna fool around with that track. I just think it's weird as like they tell you like, oh yeah, drift on this track, but we ain't gonna give you enough time, or not time, but like enough track. Like, they give you like half the track, but they expect you to like drift like on a full track. Bruh, how? I got gold, so I don't care. I don't think there is any other BMW type cars. Did I do any? Yeah, I think I did modifications to that. Yup. Yup. Drifted in that one. They need more BMWs, man, in this game. Seems like BMWs are the better cars. Haven't drifted in this one. That's nice. That is nice. I like that. Yeah, they be having like some nice car skins in here. I say they should like add more, but I think they only be having like them for DLCs and stuff. They don't really focus on the skins as much. It's crazy how like this game's been out for so long. They barely add like cars and tracks in here. Like in a little time, like I've been playing this game I think for like a year now, and I started off on Xbox. And I'm playing this on PC, and it's like the little time I've had it. I mean, even though I played it for a long period of time, but like still, they just don't really add nothing. I think since I've been playing this game, they've added like 2 tracks and maybe a handful of cars. That's about it. Actually, I take that back. I think it might have been like 4. Well, no. Because, like, they have it where it's like you could race one forward and then backwards. So I think, yeah, only about 2 tracks. Should be using. Oh, then that was another thing that had happened on Friday. After I had found out my shoes were damaged. Then after I was done streaming, my mouse from my computer had broke. So I had to do like a stream off of my laptop and console, and of course, like, you know, that ain't go so good because it just, of course, for some reason, it just stream crashed. I don't get why my laptop does that. It's like, is at times where it's like just so bipolar. It's like, oh yeah, let's have a normal stream. Oh, but then let's, you know, just for some reason randomly just crash on you. Honestly, Friday I could have became a villain. I honestly could have became a villain. Can't catch a break. I swear, man, I could have really just became a villain and just started like going out and like paint my face like white with a red smile and just like just honestly just destroy stuff. I was so like, Friday was like, that was not a day I should have experienced. I'm like, I should have just skipped on past that day. But the mouse that I got now, it's actually pretty solid. It's a good mouse. It's like it's a ballistic. It's a Razer Ballistic V3. I was like, nah, let me go online and see. I ain't trying to just get any old mouse. But I saw it, and then I started watching some videos on it, and was like, oh, okay, this mouse is actually good. It's sad, like, people have said good things about it. I wanted this other mouse, but they was like, they had that in a Best Buy store that was further away. I'm like, I ain't trying to go that far out. Then again, I could have ordered that mouse off of Amazon. Why is this car like going backwards? Oh no, I'm kind of traumatized by, you know, delivery companies. Even though Amazon ain't never did no stuff like that, I just, you know, still it's just that, you know, just a little traumatized. Don't go in there, don't go in there. Okay, we're good. Bruh, come on, man, turn side. I swear, it just. Alright, I got past gold, so I'm gonna play something else after this. I'm like, I'm kind of like catching a glimpse of the steering wheel, like, on how you gotta like turn it when drifting, and I'm like, bro, like that's why I was having issues playing this game with my steering wheel controller. I mean, honestly, like there ain't no other way of like getting, you know, I mean, yeah, I can go to the stores, but like stuff like Yeezys or like online only like purchases and stuff, like I can't really, you know, do nothing about that. So that's what, like, sucks about it, because I'm like, fam, you know, overall, I just know I don't want to deal with no more crap like that. So I'm saying, like, when they do get my Yeezys, I'm like, hey, look, like, don't y'all touch them. Don't look at them. Don't breathe on them. I don't want you guys thinking about them. None of that. Like, you just let me go up there, pick the shoes up myself. Like, and whoever you had deliver my Jordans, they need to be fired. I'm like, unless it was like an accident. I mean, you know, most likely it was. So I can't be too mad because, you know, accidents do happen. But like, dang, man. I really wanted my shoes. Like I was gonna post about it online, but I just remember the times where I've like posted about how I've been angry about stuff. And I got like old friends from school where it's like I'm not allowed to be angry, I'm not allowed to rage, I'm not allowed to, you know, I just gotta just sit there in silence and just overall just allow people to just destroy my stuff and me just be all happy and joyful about it. I don't know how many times I've like ranted about stuff on social media, and then friends will like contact me and be all like, you shouldn't be like, for an example, it'll be on some like stuff like with these shoes, right? And I'll post about it. And I'm just like, I don't get how like FedEx makes a mistake like that. It's like, never made that mistake before. It's like, how come all of a sudden now? So you cut people off. Honestly, a lot of them I have. Because I'm like, this is the one and only time when you contact me like, oh, hey, Tyler, hey, how's life? How's everything been going? It's like, no, when I'm like, obviously, you can tell, like, I can tell through a post when a person is mad. So, like, when I see my friends post things like that, don't support you. It ain't even, I don't really care if it's about like support and crap. It's like it's just more so like, can you just allow me to be upset? Like, I could care less if they support me at the end of the day. I just want to be upset and just have it where somebody like, you know, comforts me and reasons with me. It's like, oh dang, like, you know, that's messed up, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But, you know, not people saying, like, you know, like, oh, FedEx workers, they put their lives on the line delivering packages and stuff. Like, we're not talking about, like, soldiers in the army and things. I'm, like, we're literally talking about a guy that works 9 to 5 for FedEx. Like, but yeah, it's like it's stuff like that where I'm like, I'll be ranting about that and getting mad about that, and they're all like, you don't have a reason to be mad. It's like, that guy, he's putting in as much work as he possibly can. Last thing he needs is TMossBoss ranting about some Jordans. Just buy them again. And I'm like, you see, that's why I didn't talk to you when we were in high school, because you just said some things that was like, I can't hear it right now. So that's why I'm like, I don't even post on, when I'm mad about stuff, I'll go to like platforms where I know it's like welcome, like Twitter and crap. But like Facebook, I don't really post on Facebook no more, honestly. Yeah, it's like, it's just, I don't even say that. I'm like, the last time I remember somebody had like reached out to me and they were mad about some stuff that I posted, I just ignored what they had sent me and kept going. I'm like, I can't remember the last time me and you had a conversation about some stuff, so like, I just ignore them. I can't remember what it was too. It was something, and I just remember they had messaged me. I can't remember if it was something that I posted or what, but yeah, I was like, you know what, forget it. Yeah, it's like, you know, like, either like just read it, move on with your day. It's like, I'm not when I post about things, like, if I'm angry, I'm not expecting people to like reach out to me and argue with me while I'm angry. All that's just gonna do is just fuel me up and make me even more angry. You know, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's not making me feel any better. Likes to listen. It's like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's at the end of the day, but like, if I'm angry and things, I'm like, last thing I need is just, you know, people overall like, oh, it's, you know, trying to like turn it into something else. I'm like, fam, like, just, you know, allow me to be angry or comfort me, but like, don't argue with me on some dumb stuff. It's been washed. Alright, guess it's been washed. How does a kid climb this? Like, there are missing pieces to the ladder here. Like, what? I'm confused by this. So, like, I guess they jump. They go across. What's this for? Like, I'd imagine, like, if there was, like, you know, you climb across, and then you hold on to that, and then you climb down, and, you know, you might do, like, a little jump or something. I swear, like, if a kid gets here, like, they're stuck, because they're high up. This is the most poorly put together park I've ever seen. Like, who do they expect? This is like a park for adults, honestly. Unless my character is, like, short, but, like, this park is huge. Like, nah, if I'm a kid and I see these monkey bars, I'm like, nah, bro. You fall, like, you definitely, like, popping an ankle out. Like, that is it. Like, your ankles and kneecaps are done. Can I walk up? Oh, I can't walk up that. No, I can't stand. Okay, hold on. Let me, like, try it. Bruh. Freaking ninja moves right there. Okay, let's clean this up. I'll never forget though. I remember when I had very first kind of like started getting into Twitch, and I was like, and it was like getting to me at one point where it was just like not having like any viewers and stuff, and I'm like, fam, like I'm streaming for a long period of times. Like I believe my streams are good. And I'll never forget when I went online and posted, I was like, just overall, like, asking, I'm like, just wish people would join my streams more. Like, it sucks, you know, it's like streaming and then nobody joins and crap. And you just, like, kind of just feel like you streaming for no reason. And I'll never forget, I wasn't really cool with dude. Like, I just only knew him through, like, other streamers and stuff. But I'll never forget when he, like, sent me a tweet back saying he was just all like, well, you need to just be more entertaining. And I'm like, shit simple. I see, oh, yeah, when I climbed up this, yeah. But, like, no, when he said that, it was like, I really want to, like, go off on this guy. But I'm like, maybe if I wasn't cool with people, I'm like, I definitely just, you know, went back to like 2015 me, and I'm like, I'm gonna make this guy cry. Like that's what's gonna be my goal for today. Like I want to make him cry. But yeah, when he said that, and it's like, fam, you literally have to wait until other people stream. As disrespect. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, but no, the thing is like, I wanted to say that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna, you know, move on. I'm not gonna acknowledge that, but I'm like, you literally have to, I unfollowed him. I was like, nah, I ain't got nothing to say to him. I was like, I unfollowed him. And I just ignored what he said, but I was like, you literally have to wait until other people stream so you could get some viewers in your stream. I'm not streaming, you know, with a group of people. That's literally the only time when you stream. And I'm like, and then when they quit streaming, then he quit streaming. So it's like, that's saying a whole lot right there. I'm like, at least I'm not using my friends for when I'm streaming. I was like, when he said that, I was like, this guy is serious? I'm like, you must forget, like, why you stream. Because I'm like, I was like, that's funny. That's funny you're saying that to me. But I'm like, you know what? I've gotten older. I'm a little bit more mature now. I'm like, I just, you know, people like him, I'm like, you know, it's just best. It's like, all right, you know, I'm just going to ignore the situation. But I'm just saying, if this would have been me when I was like in high school, or even 19-year-old me, when I just didn't have like no filter and was just, you know, roasting any and everybody, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I definitely been like having a goal where it's like, nah, I'm roasting this man. Like, I don't care if I lose friends at the end of the day. So what are some other times? Oh yeah, then I remember when I very first got into streaming, because I was streaming Apex for a little bit since the Black Air Force. Oh bruh, like you know, it's like the energy is still kind of here. It's like, you know, there's one pair I'm not even wearing because I don't even think they fit me anymore, but I still just got them there to, you know, to just like think back in the good old times when I did have that energy. But yeah, I was like, I just, you know, I try not to let that side of me get out anymore. I'm like, nah, let me just relax. But No, I remember when I was playing Apex when I very first got into streaming, and I'll never forget when I got into it with, well, like not got into it, but I was like getting into a shootout with some people on the game, and then my teammates, they were just like up, like above, like not trying to help or nothing. They just standing there and like not doing anything. And I'm like, what are these guys doing? Like, why are they not helping me? And I said that in the stream, and then the guy goes on to say, and I was like, do they, and then that's another thing that I was saying, I was like, do they not hear me pressing like help? I need your help. And the guy was all like, well, what if they're deaf? And I'm like, that's, you know, like, I don't have an issue with like deaf people playing a video game, but I highly doubt that both of my teammates were deaf and they couldn't see my name popping up on the screen saying your teammate TMossBoss needs help. I didn't know deafness can affect your eyes too, and I'm like, that's, you know, like they bring that, like, that person, I get smart with people, I'm getting an attitude with people. I'm like, I don't want that to come out because I know what I'm gonna say, but no, with that guy, I was like, does that make any sense? I'm like, at the time, I just wasn't really thinking about that. I was like, I don't care if they're deaf. I'm like, you can see that I need help. I'm like, I think, you know, if they're deaf, I'm like, okay, then their senses will sense that it's like, oh, I think my teammate needs my assistance. I don't typically play video games, especially FPS. See, that's the thing, and it's like, we don't know that. I'm like, I don't know what deaf people do on a day-to-day basis. Like, I don't know. I'm like, but I assume that there probably are some out there that probably do play video games. But I would imagine if they're gonna play a team game, they're gonna have their, at least their eyes open. They might not have their ears open, but they're gonna definitely have their eyes open. Like, you're gonna have something there, like, you know, telling you, like, hey, your teammate needs help. But I was like, when that guy said that, I was like, I wanted, like, what I really wanted to say, I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, you know, like, why would they do that to themselves? If they're gonna, because I wasn't even really thinking of their eyes. I'm just thinking of their ears. I'm like, why would you play a game knowing you can't hear nothing? That's just that, you know, I just don't make no sense to me. But I'm like, but now I kind of like see, I'm like, you know, it's like, okay, you know, they just, you know, they playing it because it's fun, you know. It's like, any and everybody can play a video game. Like, video games, even though they might be all like, oh, it's rated M for mature, but like at the end of the day, video games is meant for everybody. You know, any and everybody can play it. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm deaf and I'm playing a video game, I do think that I'm gonna, you know, definitely use my eyes. People honestly, I think, be trying to set me up. They be trying to set me up to say some stuff, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me choose my words carefully, because I know I'm about to say something that's going to offend a lot of people. Like, I ain't going to say, like, you know, deaf people don't play video games, but I am going to say, like, you know, I imagine that they are using their eyes for when they're playing a video game. Like, last I checked, like, you're deaf. You're not blind. You're deaf. Like, somebody can literally scream in your ear and you won't hear it. And this area dirty? Hold on, let me switch this back. That's one thing I have been told, though. It's like that I have like a smart mouth. But I've already said, I'm like, hey, I got it from my mom. I'm like, my mom had a smart mouth. My dad, I would say my dad, he has a smart mouth too. Like, we tend to get smart with people. It's like, we can't help it. It's in my blood. It's like, do I enjoy having a smart mouth? At times I do. I ain't gonna lie on that. It's like, at times I enjoy it. I love when people say things to me, and it's like, I know what you think I'm gonna say something nice, but I'm like, you think you should know me by now. It's like, you say some stuff to me that don't make sense. I'm gonna throw that in your face. That, hey, that don't make sense. Like, at least I'm just not disrespectful when I say it. It's like, I might have a smart mouth, but I'm like, I'm not disrespectful when I say things. Like, I question stuff as much as I used to. It's like, I more so, like, question stuff. Like, if somebody, like, does something that's just out of pocket or just out of character, I question it. I'm like, what was your reason of doing that? Like, what did that solve? Like, for what reason would they write this down in the history book? I'm like, if that's considered disrespectful, then I'm like, I guess I've been disrespectful my whole life. But it's usually when somebody's just doing something that just don't make sense. It's like, trying to think of something. Like, it's just, but it could be anything. It could be anything. I can't think of nothing at the moment, but it could be anything. I'm like, fam, like, I more so question it. I don't be all like, oh, you're an idiot, you're stupid, like, something's wrong with you. I take that back. I have told people that. Nah, I'm not. I can't even lie on that. I've told people, I'm like, nah, something wrong with you. Because it's like, usually people display, like, when something's, like, wrong with them. And I'm like, okay, yeah, something definitely wrong with you. But is this road clean? Oh, the net's not clean. It's like, then when I unlocked my, like, roasting ability, I'm like, that. Because, like, me and my family, like, we would, like, do that to each other. We'll just, like, like, crack jokes on each other and stuff. And we would say some things where it's all like, you don't really hear that being said to, like, in other families and stuff. Like, you don't really hear too many people. Like, the way I talk to, like, my mom, you would never hear, like, anybody else talk to their mom like that. I'm not disrespectful, but it's like, we just say things to each other because that's just, like, the energy that we match. I'm like, yeah, once I started, like, once I got into, like, just saying, like, that, I feel like if a person, it's kind of like a first, like, punch, type thing. Like, I don't usually start roasting or saying disrespectful things unless somebody says that to me. Or says something disrespectful to me. I'm like, at that point, I'm like, oh, okay, they threw the first punch, so they're giving me that option to say anything I want to say. Did I not watch it? I think that side is dirty. Yup. Why'd they make this park so big, bruh? It's like, that don't make any sense. It's like all this stuff I gotta clean. I might not play this for the rest of the stream. I'm like, I definitely gonna end up playing something else at some point. I'll probably, once I get to like 80%, I'm gonna like play something. I'm gonna play something else. I know one thing that's weird. I don't know if anybody here has T-Mobile, but if so, it's like, is your phone messing up? Because my phone's been messing up for like, I have to say, a few days now. I started noticing it after a few, like maybe a few days ago. I'm like, T-Mobile, I think they got like some like freaking countrywide like outage. Talk to you later. All right, Shadow. Appreciate you for being here. Yeah, if anybody got T-Mobile, you having issues, like please let me know. Otherwise, I'm like, I know I haven't paid my bill yet, but I'm like, I ain't got to pay my bill until like next week. No, not next week. No, it'd be like sometime this week. I gotta check, but it can't be because of my bill. I'm like, nah, I paid my bill off for last month. Did I? I did. It's like, dang, how dirty is this thing gotta be? There is a whole stool that I can pick up and use. Can I bring it up in the, I think I can. Bro, it's like, how short? How you get short? I swear, man. It's like, bro, still gotta jump just that don't make no sense. It's like, nobody should ever be that short. This thing is still on 68? That's crazy. What is going on with this game? This game being weird. I'm exiting out. It's like the mouse like thing was going all off on the side and stuff. That's weird. Let's see what I can play. Steam. Let's try to play Counter-Strike. They say last time I played this game was on the in 2020. I could have sworn I downloaded this game when I got my PC. It's like, come on, bro. It don't take that long for something to download. Does Counter-Strike not exist? And I was about to say, maybe I was just spelling it wrong. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Counter-Strike exists. Bro, what is going on? It's like, why is this game not showing up? I don't get why games just can't just be normal, bruh. I honestly don't get it. Like, it just don't make any sense where it's like the whole game. So it's like I overall download this game for no reason. That's so stupid. That is honestly so stupid. It's like that. Anybody, and everybody can stream that game, except me. That's stupid. Well, guess I'll uninstall that. I want to play this. I guess. All these chords, man. Dang. So at last I was like playing this with a steering wheel controller. See how this plays with a Xbox controller. Excuse me, PlayStation controller. Hopefully this plays good, because if not, it's like, fam, what's the reason? It's like, why do I own this game? Do they not have a... Does that make any sense? You could use it for... I was about to say, I'm like, bro. So even though I'm not using... I was about to say, I'm like, man. How come they don't got nothing on the hood? I can't... What? Why they got... Why don't they have nothing like... I just think this is so weird, like, racing, and there ain't nothing, like, there on the screen. It is too late. My head is starting to hurt. I do not have time to be playing games that's not going to display how fast I'm going, how much time I got. I'm saying, it's like, man, people, if you're going to create a video game, create a video game. But if you're going to create something that is going to stress people out, oh my God, bro. It's just, man, I don't know. No, I ain't hearing it. It's like, my goodness. It's like, yeah, I think I'm a raid my friend Jenny. It's like, honestly, man, video games, the only thing they cause is violence. That's the only thing video games cause. They don't cause nothing else besides that. It's like getting a video game and have fun. It's like you just getting stressed. Alright. Talk to y'all later. Thank you everybody that stopped by tonight's stream. Stay tuned for the next stream and peace.